disaster money spent from Washington is some of the most inefficient dollars spent. And so what we're trying to do is to create, through the Safe Building Code Incentive Act, incentives for states to create safer building codes that would be statewide and enforceable building codes through a simple mechanism which would incentivize states to build smarter and to build stronger.
These hurricanes and natural disasters seem to be getting bigger. The damage certainly is much larger when you look at what happened in Sandy or several years ago in Katrina. So it's important that we're being smart about how we're building things and the mitigation costs. So learning from this type of facility is extremely important.
Many communities impacted by a natural disaster will never fully recover. 25% of small businesses that are impacted by a natural disaster never reopen their doors. Communities hit by a natural disaster see a loss of jobs, a loss of tax base, and a reduction in the services that they can provide that are needed by the community.
Mitigation is a national priority. It should not be just, oh, after the fact we'll talk about it. No, it should be the way we do business.
The BuildStrong Coalition strongly endorses H.R. 2069, the Safe Building Code Incentive Act, as a forward-thinking investment to build stronger, safer homes and businesses that will save lives and reduce damage.
Getting members of Congress outside of Washington to come experience firsthand the scientific work being done on building codes, and to then gather with peers from around the different industries, the firefighting community, emergency management, and insurance communities, to really discuss what they can do at the public policy level to change consumer behavior and to incentivize people to make smarter choices when building their homes and businesses is very key to the success of our effort.
As the chairman of Emergency Management Subcommittee, I'm working with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to explore ways Congress can help encourage mitigation practices that will save lives and taxpayer money from disasters.
We can break these cycles of destruction. We know what to do. It's simply a matter of having the will to do so.
If it's our policy to be prepared and to mitigate, if we have a strategy on how to be prepared, if we have building codes that can be adopted, and people and communities have a personal self-interest of preservation and sustainment, why are we not doing this? Right? Why are we not doing this?
We are at the forefront of building a dialogue with important public policymakers so that ultimately, whether it's 5, 10 years down the road, every consumer, when they buy a new home, they ask the question, is this a safe home for my family?
And I think the bottom line is this: we need to make it easy for people to do the right thing. And we know safer building codes are the right thing. Safer building codes up front, and for darn sure, safer building codes after we know what the problem has been.
I think the federal government does have a role in playing and incentivize folks, and incentivize states to do what frankly is not only right, but also what is cost efficient and what saves lives.
The insurance and emergency management community concluded long ago that strong building codes are the best first line of defense against natural disasters. The National Institute of Building Sciences has found that for every $1 spent to make buildings stronger, the American taxpayer saves $4.
We've been going out to the field for the last 2 years, collecting data of real hailstones in the Great Plains, making measurements of them, and actually trying to recreate that recipe back here in the laboratory. The speed that we're looking for this size is about 60 miles an hour.
3, 2, 1.
We call this Mother Nature in a box. And that basically we can call up a very rigorous recreation of whatever it is we're trying to do. We hand make these hailstones. Sure? It takes us about 3 months to make enough to do one full-scale test, but we are about to invent a machine here in South Carolina that is going to make batches of hailstones for us. Most people think it's the wall of flames that's going to destroy a house, but the fire services do a terrific job of containing the perimeters of wildfires. It's the embers that they cannot control because they drift on the wind, and they fly maybe up to a mile, and they land on something that's combustible. And that's what we're replicating here. Welcome to the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety's research centers. I hope you all know by now there is no other facility on this planet like this one. And what you just saw was a demonstration which really is kicking off for us several weeks of very rigorous wildfire ember testing research. It is actual science. And it's designed to teach home and business owners and public policymakers how to break the cycle of destruction so we don't just keep putting the same pieces together in the same ways over and over again. And so what we're hoping is we'll now start to shift the conversation in this country, much like we've done on energy efficiency, and realize it is in our collective best interest and is in our individual best interest to make a difference and change the way we look at the built environment.
What really causes the damage? What causes the highest cost of the damage? What can we do to prevent the severe damage that we see? This is such an amazing tool for insurance companies to be able to offer incentives, to be able to see what works and what doesn't. It's good for our consumers, it's good for the businesses, it's good for the insurance companies, all the way around. I am extremely proud that we have this in South Carolina.
When you have a common sense alternative, which is just, let's try to reward states that do the right thing. What we do know is that if you have stronger building codes, you save lives and you save money.
If what we're doing here has an impact on public policy and helps make homes and businesses and communities stronger and safer, then we'll have been successful.
We hope to be able to translate this research being done in this facility into real-life public policy moving forward to create incentives for folks all across America to build smarter and stronger.